We come to the time of the kings. So the Israelites want a king, right? So God gives them Saul, and then David, and then Solomon. And here's where everything went wrong. Because under Solomon, these three kings, all 12 tribes were governed under one country, one nation, under God, indivisible, right? 12 tribes, one king, all together for 3 kings and 3 kings only. Until what? Till Solomon blew it. Big time. So bad, here's what God said in 1 Kings 11:31. He said to Jeroboam, the servant of Solomon, "Take for yourselves 10 pieces. For thus says Yahweh, the God of Israel, Behold, I will tear the kingdom of Israel out of Solomon's hand, and I will give you 10 tribes. So he's giving Solomon's servant 10 tribes to Jeroboam, and Rehoboam in the south is going to end up with 2 tribes. This is where the 10 tribes, the 12 tribes get split. Why does he do this? It says, because they've forsaken me and worship Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and have not walked in my ways to do what's right in my eyes and keep my statutes and my judgments, as did his father David. Now, many of you in this room know this, but for you that are watching online, would it interest you to discover that the word Ashtaroth there is the same exact goddess, the bare-breasted fertility goddess of the East, that's called Ishtar, the wife of the hated Baal of the Scriptures, of which you see God going after throughout the Scriptures all the time. Joshua at Mount Carmel, he is going against the prophets of Baal. Baal's wife is Ishtar. And if you follow Ishtar all the way down, did you know that the Anglicization, the English way of saying Ishtar, is actually Easter? That's exactly right. I encourage you to get Truth or Tradition. Let's keep going. The kingdom is split. The 10 tribes in the north were called the house of Israel, the house of Joseph, or the house of Ephraim. Okay, why? Because Jacob, his son, was Joseph. And from Joseph, the blessing went to Ephraim, which we'll talk about a little bit later. That's why they're called all 3. The southern Israel, the southern part of Israel, the 2 tribes that were left, Judah and Benjamin, were called the house of Judah. So you've got the house of Judah in the south, comprised of Benjamin and Judah. And then you have the northern 10 tribes, the rest of Israel, in the north. That's called the house of Israel. House of Israel, house of Judah. Where it gets confusing is the fact that it's called the house of Israel. Because in our lingo, in modern days, when we think of Israel, we think of the Jewish people. And even if we knew that Israel of the Bible was all 12 tribes, by saying house of Israel, we would by default, if we didn't know the split understanding, we would think of that as all 12 tribes. So it's important to understand that major difference.